Honey Babies drove off with the Volkswagen. I told her to take it out and test drive it, and she drove it to the Walmart. So I told her, I said, well, if it's gonna break down, better if we know now than later, I guess. So Honey Baby drove. It's the weekend. It just keeps getting interestinger and interestinger. Honey Baby drove the Volkswagen to town because I told her, I said, the only way we're gonna really find out if things are okay is have you drive it a little bit. So she drove it in town to get some groceries. She went inside, and I knew it had a little oil leak, but I didn't know how bad it would be after it warmed up. Well, apparently the oil was leaking. The car started smoking. Somebody called the fire department, believe it or not. So she came out and she said, well, the car's fine. She cranked it up and it was fine. And I said, well, drive it home. So she's driving it home. But obviously I got oil leaks fixed. I kind of knew I would. It's one of those things where if you got an oil leak and you drive it from here to the town and back, just around the square, I mean, it's not going to get hot enough to really start leaking much. So you really kind of have to get one warmed up a little bit before you can really see it leaking good. Sounds like it's leaking good now. Anyway, she's on the way home. There she comes. Oh, it's Honey Baby. In here. Perfect.
Someone else all panicked.
Well, somebody called the fire department.
Oh my goodness. We had the police there. We had a fire truck. We had an ambulance.
What did they say? They were like, why'd you call us?
No, they're all looking at the engine.
Yeah?
The police guy said, well, the fire, after I called you
Yeah?
the second time and talked about the oil leak, he said, oh yeah, the fire department found that. He said, the police department didn't find it, but the fire department found it.
Okay. Well, the reason I had you park here is because I'm going to crawl under it and watch it leak. But I got a pretty good idea, I know.
I popped that one off.
Yeah, you did. I actually have parts in the car to fix that with, but I wanted to drive it some so I could get to see how it's really leaking. I'm so proud of you.
Where's the camera? Is it in the house?
Yeah, yeah.
Where was the guy camping?
Up at
Micmac?
up at East Center Back.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did they ever find you? I mean, how did they know it was you?
He looked on the video. He stuck the thing in his computer and the memory card.
Yep.
And he could see the the old Crosley, and he figured it must be us. So he came over and yeah.
So he knew about you then.
He'd probably seen all the old cars sitting around up here. Yeah.
Oh, that is totally amazing.
I can't believe somebody called the fire department.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
so stupid.
Well, the funny thing is, when I parked, when in the car, I just touched this thing because Brendan said yesterday it was really hot.
Yeah.
When he opened it.
Yeah.
It was warm.
Oh yeah.
Okay. It's
It's
fine.
gonna be warm. I mean, that's your motor, and
Right,
yeah, it's a little.
right. No, I
don't know if you noticed, a little smoke just kind of blew out. Cause yeah, you get hot oil. It's
Well, it
gonna
had
smoke.
to be smoking quite a bit for someone to get really bad. I'm sure it was.
Well, you think it was smoking worse than that?
Oh yeah, I would think so. I mean, someone wouldn't call it just, I don't think for that.
I don't know. People are weird.
I don't know. They were all very nice.
Yeah, good.
And I said, what's the license plate? The significance of the license plate? I said, chameleon. It's like, it's like chameleon. I would never have thought of that. I said, you notice how she changes color? Right? Yeah, chameleon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the guy, the fire department guy, is like, oh, my father had VW buses.
Yeah.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah, it's a little more on this side. I knew it was leaking on the other side, but it's a little bit more on this side.
Yeah.
And
Sure
it certainly is fixable. It's all oil leaks. On Volkswagens, you always get oil leaks and they're always fixable. Most of the time it's going to be push rod tubes. And it's all smoking down here in the area of the push rod tubes, so it could be